Odell Beckham Jr. unloaded on former Browns coach, now Jets defensive coordinator Gregg Williams. OBJ says that when he was a Giant and Williams was with the Browns, Williams told defenders to target Odell in a 20-17 preseason game. The receiver goes on to say one of the hits he suffered in that game is ultimately what caused him to have ankle surgery. Odell missed 12 games that season and said it's something he'll need to look out for in the Browns' upcoming game against the Jets this Monday. Shannon, any truth, you think, to OBJ's claim?
There's a little truth even in a lie. The only truth in that statement, Skip, he got hurt on that play.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to believe that Gregg Williams would say, you know what, guys, we want you to injure Odell in a preseason game. They're not in the same division. They don't play each other. They weren't going to play each other anymore. Given what the commissioner told Gregg Williams after Bountygate, if anything else like this happens, you're done for good.
That's true.
And this man's going to risk his career on Odell in a preseason game? It's just hard for me to believe that. But it just goes to show you, Skip, guess what? They got him now because he's already thinking about the hits he might possibly take.
That's true.
I never worried about that. No matter whatever you done to me, I wasn't worried about it. I'm going to go play.
How can you play that game?
It's called football.
Yeah, I know.
The guy's going to try to get you down any way you can. Now, if you go, I can believe Gregg told him, look, we want to be physical. We're going to play a physical brand of football. And whatever we need to do to get a guy on the ground, we're going to get him on the ground. Now, with that, and at the time, Skip, I said, that's dirty. I said, he didn't have to do that.
Did you say that?
I said that at the time because that was 2 years ago. I said, no, that's dirty. Go. He aims right at the guy's knee. But I don't believe Gregg Williams coached him to tackle like that. That was just him. That's what the guy did. I just hard for me to believe, knowing what the commissioner told Gregg Williams, knowing what's at stake. Well, I mean, if he's so confident it happened, go to the commissioner, whomever told him that, they're still on the Browns, that's the way he was instructed. Have him to go up there and say that he did this, and have the commissioner have a conversation with Gregg Williams.
Yep. Okay. Odell Beckham Jr. is a smart young man. He's a student of the history of this league. He knows what's going on. So he picked the easiest target you could pick to level that kind of accusation against because of the Bountygate history of Gregg Williams. And Gregg Williams has a reputation of coaching hard.
Yes.
Of challenge. We saw him on Hard Knocks a year ago, challenging his defense to play more physically.
Yes.
And I do not doubt, even before that was a preseason
game, correct.
I do not doubt that Gregg Williams read the riot act to his whole defense and made a point. I'm assuming or guessing that he made a point. Odell does not like to get hit. Let's hit him.
Exactly. Okay? Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's just lay it on him and see if he likes that, because he usually shrinks from that, or you can sort of take him psychologically out of the game if you smack him early.
Yeah.
Now, I'm with you, and I think we talked about this play.
We did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Remember, it was at the height of the new helmet-to-helmet controversy, where DBs are all saying, or not DBs, everybody in defense, linebackers are saying, hey, wait a second. We can't lead with our helmet. Well, now you're making us go low.
Lower.
Okay. So how low do we go? What's our strike zone now? Is it just at the waist? Is that all we can do is hit the waist? And some of the DBs were saying, well, okay, you're asking for it because we're going to have to go real low to upend people, especially like a Rob Gronkowski, where we're just going to hit him below, between knee and ankles.
Right.
And as you know, if cleat sticks in turf, you got big trouble. At that speed. And he came in hard and very low, and it took on the look of a very dangerous play.
It did.
Right?
Yes.
And he did pay for it. Now, whether it led to this, which led to that, it's a little far-fetched to me. Maybe there's you're compromising this for that, maybe, but I don't know that you can leap to a conclusion that he wrecked my career. He derailed me.
And the thing is, Skip, DBs hear this. They hear him complaining about, that was a low hit. So guys are going to come in and do things to annoy you, to bother you.
Okay.
That's why guys would talk to you. Oh, do you remember, Odell? After the incident that got with Josh Norman, how guys would try to get up under your skin? Well, you just gave him a blueprint. Hit him. Look, I get Odell. You want everybody to try to tackle you around your waist, yada, yada, yada. But if you're going to get the ball, Skip, I'm going to get you down any way I can. You're not going to get a touchdown. You're not going to be doing the Michael Jackson. You're not going to be doing all your funny dances in the end zone on my watch. So if I got to get you down by hitting you in the ankle, hitting you in the knee, yeah. In a preseason game, Skip, I don't believe I'm not. If I'm a defender, I don't believe I'm going down there like that. Not the preseason game, but come regular when the games actually count. Yeah, you getting down. I don't know if I got to get you by your ankles, your knee. It doesn't matter. I'm getting you on the ground. Now I'm not going to intentionally try to injure somebody. I see him, like just go diving in. I believe that guy could have got Odell down because Odell had his back to him. I believe he could have put his helmet in Odell's back, put his shoulder pad in Odell's back.
He could have. I agree.
And I believe he went low, and I said at the time, that's a dirty play. He didn't have to do that. But I don't believe Gregg Williams instructed that. Do I believe Gregg says, hey, I want you guys to be physical today? Absolutely. And all DCs, the offensive coordinator says, offense, Skip, I want you guys to play physical today. I want you to impose your will.
Yep.
Because it goes both ways, Skip. Because I want you in the fourth quarter to feel me and to know I've been there. You've been in the ball game for the previous three. Well, when guys hit Odell, Skip, in the first quarter, I'm trying to send a message to you for later in the ball game that even though I might not be there, but you remember I was, it's just like we thought Cam was seeing ghosts last night.
Yep.
Oh, that happens to receivers
It
also.
does. No, I agree. So I said a few minutes ago on this show that the punishment Cam Newton took in that opener at Denver following the Super Bowl game was the most punishment I've ever seen a quarterback take in a game. Or right there with it, maybe 1A, was the punishment Brett Favre took
Bounty Gate
at New Orleans in the Bounty Gate game, which was the NFC Championship game. Because Peter King reported after the game, he couldn't get up off the training table. He was so beat up.
Right.
Had a hard time walking to the bus after the game. Well, that's the way Gregg Williams coaches.
Right.
And again, you don't want to pay for these hits, but I'm sure he was saying, we got to knock him out of the game somehow because he's it for them. He's the reason they got here. So we got to hit him as many times as possible and try to knock him out of the game. Well, this is old school NFL, and now we're in the enlightened NFL.
Correct.
But you came up a little bit in the old school period, and I covered the real old school because I covered Buddy Ryan, who was Gregg Williams before Gregg Williams.
Yes.
Because Buddy Ryan had his bounties going on against Dallas kicker at one point.
But, I mean, literally, you put bounties on players. Skip, you could put a bounty, $2,000, $3,000 if you knock this guy out of the game. Okay. And that was the Skip.
I think that was commonplace for a long time in the league.
Because, Skip, the best player, whoever the best player was, your quarterback, wide receiver, running back, if I could get you out of the game, it greatly increased my chance of winning. Now, Skip, I wasn't trying to end your career, but if I could knock you out of the game for this week, I hope you're a speedy return for next week. You give them the Dickens. But with Metcalf or Tim Brown or Rod Woodson, the return of Mel Gray, I was trying to just make him chop his feet so I can come in from the angle and put my helmet in his ear hole.
Yep.
And if I rung his bell and he was out for the game, bro, you okay? Sorry about that. But it increased my chance to increase my team's chances of winning. That was Skip. You want everything so on a player, even the bottom of his feet.
Yep.
That's what you tried to do. Football in its pure essence, Skip, is about imposing your will on another man. Because if you look at football, Skip, you're trying to get a man to do something against his will.
That's true.
I'm trying to go here. He's trying to prevent me from going there. Wide receiver want to go here. DB doesn't want him to go there. So I'm trying to impose my will on you. Odell, that's football. Bro, I mean, you dress in your watch and have your jersey cut and the little T-shirt hanging up underneath and you got the little wrist. All that's pretty. That look, well, you see Odell is sharp. But you catch that ball, I'm trying to dirty that uniform up, bro.
Yep.
That's simple.
And I thought you made a great point. Odell is already talking himself out of the Monday night game. He's going to talk his way psychologically right out of the action because he's going to go in looking over his shoulder and not confident in what he's doing.
And they got a safety, Jamal Adams, that will knock your helmet loose.
Yep. So Gregg Williams' defense, you can book it. They are going to come after Baker Mayfield because they got to back up Trevor Siemian at quarterback. So that's pretty much all they got.
And plus, he was the defensive coordinator, Skip, when Baker Mayfield was the quarterback in Cleveland.
Yeah, no, he knows.
So he knows strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah. I'll be watching this one, except when the Jets are on offense.
But Greg, Skip, you know Greg loved the blitz.
Ooh.
So this is what you know about him. If you'll blitz Peyton Manning on third down in the Super Bowl,
He did.
You rest assured he'll come get Baker Mayfield.
Right. Yep, you got it.
It'll be Odell Beckham's return to MetLife Stadium for the first time since being a Giant, and obviously had a lot of success there in 5 seasons. So it'll be a good one. All right, what do these guys expect from Antonio Brown on Sunday? That's